Well, they do say that space is the final frontier. Is this a final goodbye from Call of Duty? Who knows? Let's take a look in my review. Hey up everybody, MadPie9901 here, and in today's video I'm going to be giving you my review of Call of Duty Infinite Warfare. Now with the intro I won't suggesting that Call of Duty is going away, but let's have a look at this game and see what's good and bad about it, and maybe what Call of Duty can do to make things better. Now I downloaded this game, started playing it, and I was pleasantly surprised by the campaign mode. And I am only talking about the campaign mode within this video. I haven't played the multiplayer yet, and at the moment I don't plan to. I'm having too much fun with Battlefield 1 multiplayer, so I'm not going to fit the Call of Duty one in any time soon. Might give it a little bit of a go over the weekend, maybe half hour, an hour, just to say that I've looked at it, but I'm not going to do a review of that. But I am going to review the campaign, which, as I said, I'm quite enjoying. It's nothing spectacular, it doesn't bring anything amazingly new to the scene. Graphically speaking, it's pretty good looking. It taxes my card quite well at ultra settings. That's a 980 Ti super clocked. Getting roughly 80 FPS, does dip down a little bit in the more action sequence parts of the game. I did notice some terrible frame rate drops the first time I played the game, but they seem to have vanished now, so whether that was down to there being an update, I'm not too sure, but that seems to have vanished now. Sound wise, sounds brilliant, you know, really good SFX in it, but the glaring thing about this game is that really nothing has changed. It's the same kind of campaign that we've had for about 5 years running now, and something has got to change. Call of Duty, I have always looked forward to the Call of Duties. I think I've only ever missed one Call of Duty in the last, 13 years it's been going. I think we saw the first on the PC in around 2003. I could be wrong, but that's my historical reckoning anyway. But I don't know what it is about this series, it doesn't excite me anymore. It hasn't excited me since probably Modern Warfare 3. Started to play that and I thought it's looking a bit tired now. And I think at that point in time people were calling for something different. You know, we'd had a lot of present day to slightly modern day shooters at that point in time, and people wanted to see something a bit different, so Call of Duty ramped it up, they took it forward into the future, which has worked for a number of years, but everybody's getting bored of that now and we'd like them to go back a bit. And the community called for something like a World War I shooter, or well, World War II to begin with, and Battlefield came along and gave us World War I, which they have done superbly. So people were probably hoping that Call of Duty would do the same, but they've decided just to go down the same old beaten path that they've been doing for the last 5 or 6 years. And for me now, although I'm enjoying this campaign, it isn't working no more, it doesn't excite me. I'm playing it because overall I bought the game because I wanted the remastered version of Modern Warfare, which to me was the pinnacle of Call of Duty. They haven't matched that since they released that game. They've come close, but they've never toppled it. That has been their top of the tree game for me. But and I knew by looking at early access reviews of this game that this wasn't going to change things. And it is just a tried and tested formula for Call of Duty. I know that there are statistics out there saying that it isn't selling as much as they sold last year, which it isn't going to, because there was a massive hate train on this game, and a lot of players out there are bored of it. They've had enough of being fed the same old crap out of these games. And they wanted them to do something different this year, and they haven't, which has disappointed a lot. But hopefully, if they're going to release another game next year, and my theory on this is that Call of Duty needs to max out its student loan, it needs to go take a gap year or two, go travelling and go find itself. Because as a series, it is knackered, it's had enough, it's worn out. it seriously needs to have a break, and I think doing something like what they've done with Assassin's Creed, you know, giving it a year or two off and coming back with something fresh, is exactly what they need to do with the Call of Duty series. It needs to go away, it needs to have a break, and come back with something new. Because Call of Duty was, for me anyway, talking from my point of view obviously, Call of Duty set the bar for every other game, and it no longer does that now. It's come out at the back end of this year after we've had probably one of the best years on the PC anyway for single player games. You know, you've had some brilliant games this year. You've had Doom, which for me is still game of the year, but very closely followed by the campaign mode in Battlefield 1, which was immensely impressive, really well done. You've had Deus Ex Mankind Divided, which had a brilliant single player campaign in it, and Call of Duty's come out and it's sort of like, you know, it's running down the platform, it's missed the train, it's late to the party, and they bring it out at this time of year because it gets all the holiday buys, you know, the grandparents pick it up for the grandkids because they played Call of Duty last year and the year before, and they see Call of Duty on the box and think, yeah, they'll like that because it's Call of Duty. But the content within that isn't that good no more. So, like I say, I've enjoyed the campaign. Still in the middle of uploading the campaign playthrough that I've been doing, and it's good, but it's just average good. It's not spectacular, it isn't lighting the world on fire, you know, it just is what it is. It does what it does quite good, but it doesn't do it impressively for me anymore. So it has to go away, it has to take a break and come back, and that would be my advice to the developers of this game. You know, give it a break, do something else. You know, develop something else for a couple of years, maybe do a Call of Duty in 2-3 years time. You know, this cycle of year on year it's tiring now. I'm just bored of it. I've had enough. As much as I love Call of Duty games, I'm bored of being fed the same crap every year. I want to be given something good. I want to be given something where I can go to other gamers and go, oh, by the way, I got Call of Duty as well. Because you used to be able to do that. I was like, oh yeah, come on, let's have a game. But now you can't. People are like, I'm going on Battlefield 1. So that would be my advice. I mean, if you want to play the game, by all means get it and play it. I would recommend the campaign, it is good. If you're a stalwart Call of Duty player, then the chances are you've already bought it and you're playing it. So yeah, peeps, that's my review of Call of Duty Infinite Warfare. Not hugely in depth, but there again, I'm no expert on games or reviewing them, but that's my take on the game. By all means pick it up and play it, it is pretty good, but as I say, I can't speak for the multiplayer. I do know a few people that have played it and they've not been massively impressed with it. Again, that just seems to be more of the same where that's concerned. So yeah, there you go. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down. Let me know your thoughts and feelings in the comments section below, and I shall catch you in the next one. Take care.